Today we're gonna do on this video a 6-month review on the ROG Ally. I'm gonna share with you all my good experience and my bad experience with this console. When I first did my first review on this device, I gave it a bad review, and that was because I had no experience with when it came to PC gaming, so I had a hard time trying to make it work. But now that I have a lot more experience with this device and I learned a lot towards PC gaming, I have a different opinion towards this, so that's why I decided to do this 6 months review and share with you my opinion. When it comes to first, you might have a hard time, but later on, if you're willing to learn, you will have a totally different experience with this device. Let me start by saying this is a great device, but it's far from perfect. There's a lot of issues with it that a lot of people have. Obviously, it depends device on device and based on person per person, but one of the issues that I have is that the battery is not, it doesn't last that long. It only lasts for around 40 minutes, and I know this is you can easily plug in and that will be a problem solved. But one of the reasons that I bought it is because it's portable. I want it to be when I'm outside my house, I want to be able to play and I don't have to worry about the battery life. Now it does depends on what are you playing, because if you're playing like a game that requires a lot of graphics, obviously it's gonna consume a lot more power than you playing something like a Switch emulator that doesn't consume that much power or something like it. When I play with the Switch emulator, I can play for like 4 hours and I'm perfectly fine. But when it comes to like playing like per se like a Forza, it only lasts like 40 to 50 minutes, and that's from going all the way to 100 to 20 to 10% battery life. So it does consume the battery really quick. I know you can set up on like the Forza games, you can set up to have less quality and consume less power. So for example, I play 25 watts. I see some people playing on 10 watts, but when I want to place this device at the best it can do, I want to play it at the best graphics, at best performance that it can handle it. I don't want to be playing something like on my phone, like some graphics that it looks like I'm playing on my phone. For that, instead I will play a game that is on my phone, and I don't want that. So that's the reason about it. Since they knew this will have bad battery, in my opinion they should have two USB-C, one like probably one on the bottom, so probably give you like a dock, so you can put it here like a dock and charge it, and put here like a display, like another USB-C, so you can hook it up to a display or TV. Because once you hook it up to a display, there's no way to charge it unless you get like a dongle, like one that I use here. Like for example, on this one it has two USB-C, two regular USB, HDMI out, and SD card readers. So with this one I can easily plug in the power and easily plug into the display and hook up my keyboard and mouse, and I have no problems. This makes this device totally like a portable PC gaming, like a laptop pretty much. Now Asus they do sell a charger that it comes with a charger. It includes the HDMI out port in it, but it's like really expensive. It's $70 and well, 65 and 70 after taxes. But a lot of people they say that it goes back bad after a while. It cannot handle the power, so I guess it gets burned. I don't know. A lot of bad reviews, so that's why I decided to go with this. Half of the price, it does a lot more than what that charger offers. A lot of people had a lot of problems with this device, different kind of problems. Some of them had a problem with the SD cards, with the joystick getting stuck, with the program not restarting. Whenever you turn it back on or update it, it won't go all the way through it, and it will get frozen. So far, luckily, I haven't been one of those persons that haven't got any problems except one, and that's the SD card. So for a while, I was thinking that I was one of the lucky ones that the SD card, I got one of the good ones, but it went bad after a while. So one of the problems that it has is that after a while it stops reading the SD card. I wasn't playing it directly from the SD card. I wanted to use it to transfer file, but after a while it stopped working. And one of the issues that I can see why it stopped working is because the SD card is like right in front of the fan, and those fans they get like really hot, and it throws a lot of heat. Whenever you're playing like per se, when I'm playing Forza, You can feel like a lot of heat. You can hear it, you can hear it like that, like a lot of the heat getting out of there. So it's like right on it. So that is the card. When I would do pull it up, it would be like really hot to the touch. That I wouldn't say like it burns, but you know, it's like you can feel like it's really hot. So obviously those device inside, it went bad. That being said, that this device has a lot of problems, but one of the good things that since this is like a PC gaming, it has a lot of aftermarket parts. So they say like you can replace the SD card reader, you can replace the joysticks, and buy something better. You can upgrade them. You can upgrade the storage, you can upgrade the RAM, but it depends on your experience with electronics. That's how much you can change some of the parts on it. So for example, like I haven't got any problems with the joysticks, but if they do go bad, I can easily just buy some, and they easily able to replace it. Just take up the part and you good to go. Now for the SD card reader, it doesn't bother me because like I said, I have this dongle I can usually plug in because I use it for charging, and I connect other devices here, so it doesn't really affect me that I don't have the SD card reader there, and it will go bad anyways because here's, like I said, it's like right on top of that fan that is throwing a lot of heat, so it will go bad either way. Let me talk about the display. When I first saw the specs of this device and I saw the display was only 1080, I wasn't really amazed about the specs, but because of 1080 I was like, it's not gonna be good enough. I don't know if you remember the PS Vita. When it came out, it was a perfect console, but one of the things that brought it down, it was the display, that it looked so bad. It had good graphics, like the games will have good graphics, but the display, it made it look bad. So that's one of the biggest dislike I had about the PS Vita, that it had a terrible display. And I thought that was gonna be one of the problems that this device has, but I was so wrong. This display looks good, it has good brightness, it has good quality. 1080 is more than enough for this PC gaming, pretty much for this console. Another good thing this device has is the speakers. The speakers sound really good, they're really loud. So I'm really surprised how good the little speaker sounds. This sounds like really good. If you're looking into getting a portable PC gaming, like a laptop, like a gaming laptop, you're not gonna find anything so good like this. This is a really good price for what you get. If you're trying to buy a laptop for the same amount of money of this cost, you're not gonna get something this good. For something that plays this good, you will have to spend a little bit more money than what this costs. And right now they have a lot of offers for the holiday offers that is like $100 less, so that makes it an even better deal to get this than a portable laptop. With this right here, it's pretty much like a laptop. You can hook up a mouse, you can hook up a keyboard, you can hook it up to external monitor. I do that a lot. A lot of the games you cannot play with the controllers here, but you can plug in you can hook up like a PlayStation 4 controller or Xbox controller. That's what I do a lot of the time. So I just play with the keyboard and mouse, and I hook it up to the monitor or my TV, and I start playing like that. In conclusion, I give this device a 7 out of 10. I give it a 7 because I do have a lot of issues with it, and it's a great device, but it's not perfect. I would definitely suggest for people to buy it, but I would suggest to buy a new one. I wouldn't suggest to buy a used one because, like I said, there's a lot of things that you can do to the device, and you don't know if the last owner, they open it and they did something wrong. It might work for a little bit, but you don't know if they did something wrong, and then you might end up either spending more money or losing money because you buy something that it wasn't set up properly. So I would suggest to for sure buy a new one, and if you have problems with it, slowly upgrading the parts that they go bad to it. I hope you enjoyed this review, and thank you for watching.